Hi there. This is a video I started recording especially to give you some insights into how to complete this particular set square. So as you see, it's mainly we are creating the set square so that we can actually use a laser cutter to cut an acrylic to a size, and we can start using that set square, say for example. But when you're starting the drawing, I would recommend you to go to the PowerPoint, the first PowerPoint, which I said you need to plan what you're actually drawing. Try to understand what is actually given to you, and then you actually go into AutoCAD to plan that particular drawing. And then you need to allocate also time for doing other stuff around that particular drawing so that it imitates exactly what it is given to you, right? But as you see in this case, we are mainly producing an outline of the set square. Some of the dimensions are or some of the annotations are given for you to accurately get those holes and position of those holes, right? Other than that, you are not actually writing them up. Apart from the numbers, the holes has got on the very top, including these numbers as well. Okay, so there is a few dimensions for you to how to place these millimeter lines and the center marks as well. Overall, as you see, it's a 200 by 200 right angle triangle. So let's go to AutoCAD. What you're doing is creating a new drawing. When you start a new drawing, make sure your grid is on from here. So you can also press F7 for that one, and also you make sure your snap for the grid is active as well. A couple of snaps, always important, your grid snaps, then your polar snaps. It will shift between polar and grid snap. So activate the grid snap, zoom and see those red and green lines. Then once you zoom into there, then you can see I'm moving between the grid lines. So first thing I want you to do would be draw the horizontal line. So when you select a line from your draw commands, then it will ask you to specify the first point. As you see, you can snap now across the grid. So you select the origin, and in this case you want the length, horizontal length, to be 200. If you're not sure about the angles, use ortho. That makes the job much more easier. Again, select. Now you can use either the object snaps. You can see it's a start point, end point. So some of these you can use as an object, but existing anyway. There is a grid snap, there is an origin. So there's a lot of snaps that you can infer there. So from this, again, I'll snap the line. You specify the start point. You're going horizontal. So in this case, the horizontal length, you can see you need to go from the start point of the grid. So select that one. Sorry, for some reason it's giving me okay, that's fine. Now select the line, snap here, so that should be 200, 90 degrees. Once that is done, you can ignore the ortho option and draw one more line which completes the third side of the triangle. Once that is done, just use the zoom extents so that it fits to your screen. Once that is done, quickly go back to the drawing and read again the drawing. It says clearly an offset of 400 mm from outside all boundaries. So before you apply the offset command, come back to AutoCAD. It's a preferred option for you to join. Later anyway, you'll use a polyline to complete a triangles like these. So just apply join, or J for join. Once joined, apply an offset command. You can start using the command line offset for O, enter, select the object. It's asking you to specify the distance. So in this case it's 40 mm. Then select the object. You can go outside or inside. You want it to be inside. Once inside, again select the object. Once inside, again select the object and explode this one. because you really want now to apply the fillets. So without exploding, it will be hard for you to apply the fillets. So select the first line, and now you apply the fillet command, or F. Once a fillet command is applied, it will ask you for radius. Apply radius. Radius should be 10 mil. Then select the second line, first line again. That's where you can repeat the command by enter. Select the first line for the fillet, second line for the fillet. Enter again. Select the first line and select the second line. So the order doesn't really matter. So you got an offset there. The critical one in this case is to place those holes. Always use the extension lines, because your extension is active. From your grid snaps, you can see extension is active. So you keep that active in the grid objects. Now you come back, select the line. From here on, you're extending, right? It is a positive extension, but you want a negative extension of 20 to start a line at a distance of 29.2. As you can see here, it is 29.2. So you can keep it vertical, 29.2. And once you got that center point, you can zoom into it and place a circle with the center diameter. Snap the center, and the diameter is asking you for the 3 mil diameter. That's a hole you can keep. You can keep doing those holes up above and also along this diagonal, but they are of different lengths. You can repeat the same. Just delete this line again. Select the line, use an extension -20. From -20 we should go vertical, and this should be 42.7, and simply enter the 42.7. Once you got there, again select the center diameter, snap the hole, and you can check the length, diameter to be 4 mil. So come back here. So it should be a 4 mil diameter. For enter the 4 mil. So that's how you can keep drawing those holes. The interesting thing with this exercise is to start using modify commands more rigorously than what you had been doing in the previous drawing. So in this case, we'll be using one of the new command, which is actually an array, right? So so in this case, you can see the array here. This is not a polar array. This is a rectangular array. You are creating those 1 mil lines. So before you start, it's always a good practice just to expand and see what's the the help is saying to you. So first line, I will draw a 5 mil line. So in this case, a 5 mil line. Once a 5 mil line is drawn, you can see it has got a grips there. That's a 5 mil line, because the grid is actually a 10 mil spacing. So now you can go into array or type a there. It will take you to array, rectangular array, and default it has got 3 columns. You actually need one row, and the overall you got 186. But basically you're creating 185 5 meter lines, 5 millimeter lines with a 1 millimeter spacing, basically 1 millimeter spacing. So you can close the array. Once closed, you can simply start exploding that one, because you want 5 mil lines to be 7.5 length, as you can see in the drawing. If you go more clear, so this is a 5 mil is a 7.5. Then you got a 10 mil line of at the 10th. So come back to AutoCAD. Sorry. So here, once exploded, you can go and drag the 5 meter line. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th meter line. This should be extended by, you can activate your ortho here by 2.5 mil, right? So that's a 2.5 mil. Select this one, select this line, and again you can array this one, array, rectangular array, and the gap should be the overall of them should be, you can count them on the drawing. So they should be, you got a 5 mils, right? 5 mils. As you see the 5 mils, I also want to add it the 10 mil as well. So basically you got 18 of them, 18. So 18 multiplied by 2, So that should be 36 plus 37 of them, right? So come back here, so you can create 37 of them with a gap of 5 mil gap. So it gives you a 5 mil gap, 180, close it. Then again you can come back here, you can explode this one again, explode, apply explode. Once exploded, go to the 10 millimeter line and give an extension of 2.5. So that's your 10 millimeter line. Select this line. You can overlap. In the beginning it's fine to overlap, because I'll tell you a command called overkill, which will overkill all the duplicated lines. So again, you can apply the same way array. This is one row and you need 18 of them. You need 18 of them, but the spacing between them is going to be 10 mil. That's it. So close the array. That's all done. The rest is you can play around with the text, complete the holes this way, and that actually completes your set square. I'm going to stop the video, and good luck.